That's a good one. Welcome to the Daddy
Daughter
Dance. This is Tobin Walsh. I'm a top parenting blogger. You can check out some of my work at goodbaddad.com. We can let that one play for a little while, right?
Yeah.
And we'll have to hit that one up at the end.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That never gets old, whether it's at a wedding or in our big fancy studio, right?
Yep.
Cool. So, what are we fired up about this week, Vivi?
Birthday.
So and the reason we're fired up about birthdays is one of the two of us in the studio just had a birthday.
We've had two birthdays this month already.
Oh yeah.
Well, not October, September.
So there's only one thing we can do.
So we sing happy birthday.
Sing happy birthday. So let's go.
Happy birthday.
No, I'll do it again. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to
me.
Happy birthday, dear Dad and Lyndon. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Stop.
So it's true. It's my birthday.
And Lyndon's.
Yeah, but my other son's as well. So September is it turns out a pretty big month for birthdays. So anyways, I had a good birthday over the weekend, and so it got us thinking about how much we really know about birthdays other than just sort of the dates in our own, right? So I thought it'd be interesting. So I said, Vivi, let's do a segment about birthdays and just see what kind of comes up, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
So she has a little research that she did. She can help us out a little bit later with some other birthdays for other cultures, I'll say. But for now, let's get our brainwaves flowing by just talking about sort of our experience with our own birthdays.
Okay.
Best birthday party you've been to or had so far?
Wait,
hold on. So Vivi's 10 years old. Her birthday's in June, so she's got some time to think about what her next
I have two.
So, okay, go ahead.
My first one was just past this year, my 10th birthday. My grandma and my cousins, which one of them is 9 years old, so I hang out with her a lot. They were all here, my aunts and uncles and my cousin and all them. So what we did on my birthday, so I stayed with them for a week since they were staying, like in Orlando. So I stayed there for my birthday
that's right,
week.
I forgot.
And on my birthday, we got to go to SeaWorld, which is so much fun.
Yeah.
And then I got to stay the night there. And then
Man, you guys are so spoiled.
And then, I think, the next night, I got to go to Rainforest Cafe and, shop around, Disney Springs.
I know, you guys are so spoiled. You do things for your birthday that normal kids maybe do once in their life.
Yeah, I know.
Man, you're lucky.
And then my second is, I think it was my 7th or 8th birthday. And it was my 8th. Yes. And I'm trying to remember.
No one cares. Okay.
No one cares about yours either.
All right.
Well, and I did a camping birthday, so I had a lot of friends sleep
that's
over.
Right. Yeah.
And I had a camping theme, so we slept in a tent out on our porch.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was. And we had camping. I think we did a grill out.
Yeah, we just had a bunch of your friends over, and it was pretty crazy.
Over. It was fun,
crazy.
And we made trail mix, and that was one of my
so sleepovers are a big thing. I mean, my son who just turned, what did Lyndon turn? 12?
Yeah.
12. One of Vivi's older brothers just turned 12. Had a bunch of kids over to sleep the night, and it's they play video games and watch movies and run around. It's just chaotic.
Yeah, but it's better probably than girls.
Yeah, and the girls, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was just really
what
loud.
What are we going to do next?
Really loud. Well, when I was a kid, so check this out. So one of the most vivid memories of a birthday I remember is my dad allowed me to have 4 or 5 of my buddies. And I was always, obviously, a September birthday, so there's a lot of high school football games. So I went up to Kingston Stadium, our hometown stadium, with about 4 friends, and it was cool. I remember it as the coolest time. And we lived close enough where we could walk, so my parents walked with us, and then we kind of went off on our own, and then we walked back together and had a sleepover. It's one of my most distinct memories as a kid. So it meant a lot.
My memory as a kid is right now.
Right.
The daddy-daughter.
So a couple of topics I just jotted down as we kind of intro into talking about birthdays. So one of the age-old questions, and one of the things I think has changed for me over the years, is whether to give kids money or gifts. Do you have an opinion?
Yes.
What?
I would rather I don't know. That's hard. So it's half and half. Because gifts, you for the person you're giving it to, you never know what they want. So you might not get the right thing, but like when you have gifts, you get
kids
it, like
don't. Kids don't
I'm
like tell you
talking.
what they would want, right?
No.
Okay.
So you have to like guess. And like I love like just opening presents and stuff. It's so much fun. And then money, you like get
Like the
buy
YouTuber that opens presents all day, makes $20 million a year.
Mr. Beast.
No, I don't know, some YouTuber that he's the most famous guy.
PewDiePie.
No, I don't think he is. All right, so you.
Wait. Shh. Let me finish. Never let me finish.
All right, go ahead, baby.
Okay. And then for money, you get to like buy whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean,
And like you know what you want.
my theory on this has come around over the years as my kids have gotten older. So, like for little kid parties, I'd say
Gifts.
second grade and lower, always gifts.
Always.
If you can. And then I would say above fourth is kind of in between, and then by fifth grade I think money is a pretty good one, because I think by fifth grade it's like you kind of either know what people want or they or you kind of have an idea that they might want to get it themselves, or stuff starts to cost a lot. I mean, that's one of the things too, is like, okay,
Older kids
you want an
like
iPhone? Okay, yeah,
electronics.
right.
I'll give you an iPhone. Yeah.
Here
Which
you go.
friend?
Yeah, here
Which
you
friend
go.
here?
So it's funny because I have a 13-year-old as my oldest, and I have a 3-year-old as my youngest, soon to be 4. And over the years we've just gotten a little bit lazier and just typically just give money now.
Yeah.
And I kind of justify it by saying, oh, you can buy what you want. Really, it's just laziness because I don't want to go to the store.
It is.
But it's all good. I
We
mean,
went to the store tonight.
I think Lyndon made like $200 on his birthday. You're loving life.
Yeah, his friends got him some, and he spent $60 on junk food for his birthday. He's so dumb.
Yeah. So then,
Junk food.
so listen, a couple interesting facts. So a couple birthday facts as we kind of transition into our favorite birthdays, our experience with birthdays, to sort of fun tidbits, and then we'll get to your cultural stuff. My song.
That you were doing on your guitar?
I just did it.
That's normal.
Happy birthday.
You said you had a difference.
No, I didn't practice with that. Okay, so listen to this. The most common date worldwide for birthdays is September 9th. So if you want to amaze your friends, you can, because it does seem like there's a lot
9
of...
times 9 is 18.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
my
good way to
brother's
remember.
birthday.
There does seem like there'd be a lot of September birthdays. In fact,
9 times 9, 9 times 2, sorry.
when I researched this, like 3 out of the top 9 days where the most people were born were in September.
Yeah.
So 9/9 is the worldwide leader for birthdays. You know what the USA is?
Yes.
October 5th. And you know who was born on October 5th? I have a brother born on October 5th.
Who?
Joey.
Joey.
Yeah, your uncle.
Seriously?
Yeah, so he was born on the most popular day in the United States of anybody being born. And then second is the 19th of September. So I have a son that was born on the 18th, so pretty darn close. Now, what's your theory about why that might be? You have any clue?
Actually, there's a lot of 18th birthdays. Never mind. Because I don't know.
So the article I said, there's never been anything that tells us why, but it has to. A lot of articles that I saw have to do with it being wintertime. And how you're generally inside a lot more, which leads to you know what, and then there's also New Year's Eve paired in there, which leads to, you know, some more adult time, I'll say it that way. And so then you have a bunch of September kiddos. So anyways, seems like winter is the season of love. And fall is the season of no sleep, evidently. So, history of birthdays. So it wasn't just always that people celebrated their birthday. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Okay.
Wait, what'd you say?
So it wasn't like in the old, like the really, really olden days, every person celebrated their birthday every year. You know what they used to do? It used to just be like for like kings that were being celebrated as gods. In fact, what I researched, the first time that the first instance of birthdays being celebrated were like all of like kings becoming gods. So the day they became a god was considered their birthday, and they had big celebrations in their villages or their cities. So it's a long old tradition, but not particularly like to celebrate common people like you and I. Okay, it was first so cakes and candles, they come from the Greeks.
Wait.
Where it's all about. No, you don't have that.
Yes, I do.
But here, let me go for it. Let me go for it. So our oh my god, our Greek friends are just gonna string me up for this. Artemis, the lunar goddess, basically was the first person that the Greeks would make moon-shaped cakes with candles to pay homage to Artemis, the god. That's the god, the lunar goddess in Greek mythology. So that was the first time kind of candles and cakes came up. Then Romans used cakes to start to celebrate normal men on the day of birth. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Rude people.
Yeah, so eventually, I think I read...
So if it was like a girl's birthday, they wouldn't do anything?
Well, I mean, we've done historical stuff before. Typically, the female celebrations, the female anything come later than men's. It's just how it was back in the day. I mean, it's ridiculous now, but back in the day, females were inferior, unfortunately, right?
Yeah, all they had to do was take care of their kids.
Mm-hmm. So the Romans were the first ones to celebrate, like, quote-unquote, a normal person's birthday. And then later on, they celebrated a normal woman's birthday. So I'm saying normal as in non-regal. It wasn't a king or a queen or a god.
Yeah.
They finally celebrated normal people's birthdays. So that's where we get all this stuff. And so now we're current day, you know, everybody celebrates their birthday. Everybody wishes each other birthdays on social media. And it's kind of a big deal anymore, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And so what about the most famous of birthday traditions, at least in the United States, is the Happy Birthday song?
No.
Yeah. Do you know anything about that song?
Well, I googled most I googled what you gave me the question on. Interesting birthday traditions.
No, I know.
That's
We'll get
exactly
there.
What I
No, we'll get there. But I think this is a really cool tidbit as well, because everybody knows the birthday song, the one that we sang coming in here, right? Happy birthday to you. Da, 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 da. It's very familiar. It's familiar, and the beat is familiar worldwide. Okay. Do you know anything about that song? I actually found this really intriguing.
Yes,
you
I
do.
do.
What?
American people sing it a lot.
Okay.
A
Well.
lot of people sing it.
So listen, it was actually the initial writing of this song was done by two sisters that were teachers, and they were Patty and Mildred Hill. So the two Hill ladies wrote a song, and they called it "Good Morning to All." So it was in the same beat, the same rhythm, similar words, different meaning.
Good morning to all.
And this was, I didn't write down. It was like in the 1800s, in the late 1800s. So imagine how long ago that was. It's a way long time ago. Then in 1924, a guy named Robert Coleman created new lyrics to that same beat.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and then it was used in a play, blah blah blah, and the rest is history. That's what everybody knows and sings today. Isn't that crazy? So they created this song to welcome kids to school. That became part of a children's book. That became part of a Broadway play with new words that meant happy birthday. That became this huge song that everybody knows. But you don't even really think about that as like how crazy popular that song would be. Like I bet you can go to almost any country, start singing it, and they would have their own version to the same beat. You think? Now the funny part is, something happened in the 20th century though. The families that were affiliated with the Hill sisters, the ones that initially made the song, filed a lawsuit saying that, hey, that's our song, right? We should be paid for the use of that song. And nobody knows this for sure, but it's rumored that they had settled to make $2 million every year until 2030 to sell the rights to that song.
2030?
So the initial Patty and Mildred Hill have long since passed. No, they passed away, but because that song was theirs and taken from them, they sued, and they have in perpetuity till 2030. They make $2 million a year.
So they're still making $2 million.
Yeah. For another, what? Almost 10 more years, 12 more years. Yes. Right? It's pretty amazing. $2 million a year because they created Happy Birthday over 150 years ago. That is crazy. So that's a pretty cool little tidbit. So a bunch of cultural themes and historical themes with birthdays. So it's, whether or not it's your birthday, or it's kind of interesting facts to think about. Hey, where did all this birthday stuff come from? So what I asked Vivi to do is learn about some ways different cultures either celebrate or talk about birthdays. So let's go one by one. The first thing I had her do is look up how other languages say happy birthday. So let's go and see how she does on this one.
Okay.
Some of these are really long and complicated.
Yes, they are. So, first one my dad gave me was Spanish.
So what are you doing again? You're trying to say happy birthday in the language that you're saying. Okay.
Okay. So
let it rip.
I don't even know how to, I'll be embarrassed. I'm so scared. Okay.
So this first one's Spanish. Go, Vivi.
Feliz cumpleaños. I don't know.
Feliz cumpleaños.
I said that. I
Feliz
almost said
cumpleaños.
that. How do you know that?
Oh, 3 years of high school Spanish paying off finally. Thanks.
Okay, number 2.
They just get worse. Chinese language, happy birthday. Here we go.
Shangri Kuali.
Shangri Kuala to you. Shangri Kuala to you. That doesn't sound very Chinese, no, very Mandarin. But Google it. It's something like that.
Third,
It looks a little bit Hawaiian.
French. My mom knows
Oh,
French.
en français. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui.
She has cousins that speak French, so if you're listening, I apologize in advance. Okay, go ahead.
Bon anniversaire.
Bon anniversaire.
How do you know?
I'm just guessing. I'm trying to.
Bon
It's like bon
anniversaire.
appetit, like B-O-N, and then it
I
looks like
misspelled
anniversary.
it does. I was saying bon anniversary.
Bon anniversaire. Like when you speak French, you just like blend all the letters together and sound really flowery at the end. You sound pretty close.
And my
Bon
third one.
anniversaire.
My third one. Wait. My fourth one.
Well, so I gave her a wild
One
card
that
and
said
said, just
other.
go find another one.
So I googled different languages. Wait. Different ways to say happy birthday in different languages.
Let's hear it.
And I got Greek because we have Greek friends.
All right, so drum roll, please. The Greek version of happy birthday is. Get ready, folks.
Okay. IT 6 Mina Genisi Leah. No! I picked the hardest one.
Atishimiya Genetiaia. Wow. Just say that super fast, super garbled, and not to a Greek person. Holy cow! So it's no question that around the world they celebrate birthdays and do so in different languages with a bunch of different words, not at all similar to each other, which is really interesting.
Happy birthday is the easiest out of all of them. From us, probably.
Yeah, come to find out, we think our own language is the easiest. How about that? So the other thing I asked Vivi to do, which I think is kind of interesting, is think or just Google and kind of research. Are there any odd things that come up in terms of customs that other countries
I don't know
that people have?
anyone that does this.
Okay, so let it rip.
Number 1, I just got USA because I was like, I googled interesting birthdays traditions.
Or interesting birthday traditions. Okay.
In USA, it says smashing cakes.
So sometimes people smash a cake
Yeah,
instead of eating it?
I was like,
oh, you know what? Like for a first birthday.
yeah, like, boah.
Yeah, where
Face
the
in.
cute babies that are just covered in cake.
Yeah.
Those are cute. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I like that.
Number 2, flour covered in the Caribbean. I don't know. These are all weird.
Flour
that I
covered what? Like
flour covered in the Caribbean.
So what I'm thinking.
Caribbean.
So I speak Vivi, luckily, and so I think what that means is in the Caribbean they must cover something in flour, like the person. You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Cover yourself in flour if you go to the Caribbean.
This is the weirdest one.
Good luck.
It says evil clown in Switzerland.
Oh, like the It clown.
Stop! You're gonna give me
What's that
nightmares.
guy's name? Pennywise.
Shh.
Oh.
Stop.
God, I don't want to be. Switzerland, like the nicest country in the whole world. How
Okay.
can you have an evil clown?
And for Ireland, it's hit the deck. Hit the deck.
What does that mean?
Take a baseball bat.
Hit the deck.
This is what I think. You have a deck. You hit the deck with a baseball bat. You're like, hit the deck.
You know, I've worked with a couple guys from the area, and we have a good friend who's actually Scottish. But he could probably help us with that. Like,
Who?
that phrase must mean something different than what we're thinking. Hit the deck.
Oh,
So hit the deck in the United States is more like watch out or get down.
Get down. Get
I
down.
don't know why a birthday tradition in Ireland would be hitting the deck. It'd be interesting to find out. If you're a listener out there, drop it in the comments if you know what that is. Okay, so another thing. So is that all your odd traditions?
Yeah.
You know what else is quintessentially American I was thinking about is when I think about birthdays, you know, birthdays are now extraordinarily expensive.
Yeah.
You know what? The average cost, you've already looked at my notes, so I'm not even going to ask you to guess.
Wait,
Average
what?
cost-
Just ask me to guess.
What do you think the average cost of a
$478.
$478.
I got it right, guys.
Just short of $500 for a birthday. Now, I don't know what that means. I assume that
Ours
means...
are.
Yeah, we typically don't, but I mean, it's
200.
expensive. So when you think about it, the most expensive birthdays, I think, are probably definitely younger kids' birthdays, because usually you rent a venue, you get pizza for everybody, and then when other families come, they bring their siblings and stuff, and so you end up tripling your number of people. Because by the time you get to like your age, you kind of have a solid group of like 6-8 friends, right?
At your house sleepover.
Mostly not more than 10.
No.
We're like when you're a kid.
We're past that.
Yeah, we're past
Because
that.
I used to have 15 people sleep over at my house.
Yeah, thank
for my
God.
birthday.
$500, man, that's too bad, because guys, what if you're like a kindergartner and your parents want $500 to waste on a birthday,
and it's one day.
It's like not even a day. It's like 1 hour, 2 hours. It's crazy.
If we want like 4 friends, 5 friends, like we have it at our house to sleep over. We get the cost that like the birthday probably would be like. Say we want it at a park, that would cost $200, so we get $200.
It's definitely cheaper to have it at home, but then you spend so much time cleaning up after it. Oh my God. So it is one of those things where every time we have a home birthday, we're like, we're not going to do that again. And then you go to write the check for like the birthday place, and you're like, maybe we'll have it at home.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's a good idea.
It's crazy. The younger the kid, the more expensive the party is. That's pretty odd. But
It seems like
that's an American
the
thing.
older the kid.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think it flip
think.
flops between the gifts are cheap as kids, but the party's expensive, to the party's cheap as older kids, but the gifts are expensive that you want. Hey, so the other thing too is I wanted to ask you if you knew all this stuff, because I'm sort of out of the loop. I'm sort of an old man about this. All these different like important birthdays. So when I was a kid, momentous birthdays for me meant basically Sweet 16, right? That still happens. Like 16 is a big deal because you can drive. Right? So it's always like, I got my license. Woohoo! Everybody watch out. I'm going to be on the road. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Watch out for me.
Oh, jeez. And then
I'm going to be driving my
21, obviously, because you could drink legally, and you were in college, so that usually is a crazy one. And then as you get older, it's more about like the decades you're passing. So your 40-year-old birthday party. I had a big 40th birthday a couple years ago. Your 50th birthday tends to be a really huge one for adults.
Half of 100.
Yeah. And then I think it kind of teeters down.
Yeah.
Like 40, 50, 30 could possibly be, but yeah, I mean, all these other...
40, his was huge.
Now, have you ever heard of something that I had no idea how big it was? I had heard of this before. Is this quinceañera? Quinceañera, it's the 15th birthday party in a Hispanic household. There's a whole like mini series devoted to this where it's like the coming of age for Hispanic households is 15, and it's quinceañera. I know people are gonna chastise me for not saying that correctly, but they spend thousands of dollars on these like extra. It looks like a wedding. It is a gigantic celebration. You haven't heard of this?
No. Well,
it's a reality show. It's like one of those like Bravo shows. Yeah, that's what it is.
But, like,
and they
I've
get these
never,
formal gowns, and they spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Like they do destination. It is like a wedding. It is like a wedding for real. Thank God we're not Hispanic in that regard. Holy cow! I can't even imagine what that would cost when I saw the pictures. And the fact that there's a reality show makes me think that it is huge, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a couple things. Number one. Best birthday memory for Vivi was having all of her family surrounding her most recently. My birthday was good over the weekend, and throughout the world it sounds like everybody does celebrate birthdays on their date of birth.
Everyone.
Well, most people, I would say, right? A lot of people. There's certain different affiliations of things that don't celebrate universal things like that, but most people do. So, did you have fun learning about birthdays?
Yes.
Should we just create another birthday out of nowhere to have another party?
Tomorrow's my birthday.
There you have
I said it.
All right. So if you like what we do, guys, we do this every week. Please subscribe. Let us know. If there's topics that you want your kids to know about, let me know.
In the comments.
Yeah, check me out at goodbaddad.com. But for now, thank you for joining the Daddy
Daughter
Dance. Take care, everybody. Have a great week, okay? Bye-bye.